to pay attention to the synchronicity that brings you into conversations such as this one. For you do not wind up here by accident at all, for no accidents exist. You have, by your own choosing, planned this out in spirit before your physical incarnations. You have, by your own choosings, chosen to be part of the acceleration of the evolution of humanity at this time. We thank you for your boldness. We thank you for your courage. We thank you for your creativity and your imagination. We thank you for your soul and your spirit's guidance and your willingness to participate in this grand adventure with us, so that we may walk hand in hand into a beautiful, bountiful, and beneficial future for all.
It is your awareness that is the vehicle of your consciousness that creates the connection and the change that is part of the linearity that you experience. You come here to experience the vibration of linear time, to experience the past, present, and future all merged in your awareness and separated in your experience. The past is as alive and present as your awareness allows it to be. Whether that is your conscious awareness or your unconscious awareness. Your future is as present as you want it to be.
Is the integration process of more of your higher self into the body. And eventually, once you become comfortable knowing that the higher self works with that energy, knowing that the higher self is you working with your own energy, and then when you start seeing no separation between two, then you will be able to open that highest layer of yourself. There are no boundaries that exist within your consciousness as it creates with others. The energy inside of yourself, even though it appears to end at the highest level of your higher self, still connects to that oversoul. And once this is done, that oversoul connects to your earth collective consciousness and connects to your own solar system collective consciousness. And then the galactic collective consciousness universe.
And you feel like you don't know what to do, take a step in any direction, because you'll start to move energy again and you will get feedback from the universe. I like this, I don't like this. I want this, I don't want this. And you say, course correction, let's go over here instead. A step in any direction, it doesn't matter. You all are so afraid of failure. It's been so conditioned into your psyche. It was socially engineered to keep you small, because there are those that want to stay in power, and they do that by keeping you small. They understand how the human psyche works, and so they plant that seed and they reinforce it and water it again and again and again. And now that's become your subconscious belief. So as children, again, the sense of adventure, you knew things weren't always going to work out the way that you might have perceived beforehand. You might have had a hit of, oh, it could look like this. And then you got to it and it didn't look that way. But you didn't make a big deal of that as a child. You just said, oh, isn't that interesting? That's it. As adults, you turn yourselves into pretzel and say, I failed. It's awful. It didn't work out. When your expectation doesn't match the reality of the situation. And it never will, by the way, ever. What you consider success is when it's relatively close. But it's never going to be identical, because the moment that you have the image of what something might be in the future, you have the next moment's experience. And by virtue of having had the previous moment's experience, you have altered your frequency.
Want to ask a bunch of questions. Where are you from? What's your ship made out of? What's your propulsion system? Et cetera, et cetera. Please spare us those questions. That's not why we're there. Why we're there is to feel your heart and for you to feel ours. And so most likely, now, you know, no one has ever asked me what my ideal contact would be. Thank you for that gift. My ideal contact would be that Carolyn is there with her big old open heart, looking at me with love, and I can feel it. And I'm standing there with Carolyn, and I'm looking at her with love. And we stand in silence, sharing one heart together. That is our ideal contact. And that will actually, those types of contacts will accelerate the contact process on your world.
I've been sitting with you guys for a long time.
Yes.
There's been recent developments in my energy healing work in which I seem to be embodying the emotional energy of the client really strongly. And what I can't figure out is if I should be embracing this or if this is an issue of setting better boundaries.
It is about setting an intention for you to maintain a high vibration, even though the person who is coming to you offering a lower vibration. In other words, that's how they landed on your table, is through getting themselves into some kind of situation in their lives where they need the help of an energy healer. And so the trick is for you and for all energy healers to maintain your high vibration so that you can stay in that stable place that you put yourself in, so that you can be of great value, great service to the person lying there on the table, and not going there with them to the lower vibrational place that they are coming to you for help with. They're actually coming to you because they assume that you can hold that higher vibration for them and invite them up to it with your stability and with your constant offering of that higher vibration. So that's your work. And it's good that you know this. It's good that you're aware of it. And of course, for someone who's compassionate, sensitive, might describe themselves as empathic, it can be a challenge for you to maintain your high vibration when there's someone in front of you who's suffering or very sad or having all kinds of issues that they're wanting to tell you about. But that is the work, and it helps you to be able to do this in the face of a client who's coming to you for help, because if you can maintain your vibration there in that scenario, then you can offer a vibration on purpose at any time, and you can create more of a reality that is to your preference than a reality that's just you reacting to everything as it is and continuing to perpetuate what is by that reaction to it. So that's your work.
Many questions about history can be answered, but we are more concerned with this present moment. This is the eternal now. That means there is no other moment. That means this is the most powerful experience you could be having. So why have you come here? And if you are receiving this transmission in the way that it is intended, What have you forgotten? Look upon yourself with the eyes of a master. Know your heart as the compassionate and sacred space that it is. And do not wish to be another. Become more holy yourself. This is the path of mastery. This is the path that you are walking, and simultaneously are guiding others on. Enter your center point now.
You can wait a moment, you can wait a second, you can wait 5 seconds, you can wait 10 seconds, you can wait a minute, but then state, I am thus connecting to more of these higher versions of me in a pattern that is appropriate timing, in a synchronistic. I'm connecting to this higher version in this appropriate moment, and then in the next appropriate moment to a higher version of me, and then a higher version, a more whole feeling, sensorial, experiencing version of me that is more in tune and aware and understands that you, I, all of us are eternally existing as unconditional love, as the one unconditional love, that is the all, that is the one, that is the all, that is the one. The sum of all of you is the one, and you as the sum and the all, higher versions of you become more and more aware of this, becomes more apparent how to experience and function in life with this awareness, to be mindful of it, and to be filled in your heart with it, and to express from your heart and mind in ways that allow you to experience this, to feel this joy, completeness, wholeness. And more you do this, then asking your higher heart self or your inner self to connect you to more of these higher versions of you, and then to state that you are connecting to more of them in the appropriate ways, in the appropriate moments, then you start getting back more of this, more experiences of tuning into the higher versions of you.
Love shining, and in the right eye, the lunar eye, sense the love of the earth radiating upwards, propelling the plant life, propelling the reproductive cycles, propelling the movements of nature. Feel this love from the earth in the right eye. These three loving powers, the inner being, the cosmos, the earth. Form a Mona Lisa smile on the mouth, very subtle, and feel the heart open. You can take your hands and touch the heart center. See here a beautiful lotus or rose opening up at the heart, and feel the Mona Lisa smile on the face connecting down to this heart center.
4, 5, 6, 7 years to ascend. You have the option to ascend faster by redefining all as being part of Ascension. Know that you are never alone, have never been alone, and will never be alone, and are always guided by the many. You are the light of creation. You are the flame of the cosmos. You are the portals of Ascension, each and every one of you.
Dino ate na ako na ina so o na ki ataya ho hangi ho fande insano ko kumbala o matma
and the gate will not close without one. Hold that soothing emotion and all will be well.
Shift into that green-blue, but most of the time this is a psychic perspective, a third eye, and receiving the energy. Because many humans who don't have third eye, energy activated fully, you may see it standing next to another human who sees nothing. And this would be the green sphere, or the green-blue sphere, or the blue sphere. And this would be our ships connecting with you.